Yes, got a neighborhood boy in here. Damn, this is my first time getting a neighborhood boy in here from North Central San Antonio. This is Daniel Certa. We went to the same schools, I believe, right?
Yeah, we went to Edison.
Yeah. How long did you go to Edison?
For a year.
I was just saying, I only went for like a year and a half. So I didn't get to go long either, man. But yeah, from North Central San Antonio. Any of y'all familiar with this neighborhood? Right by Las Palap, or back in the, it used to be Las Palap. I was like, why am I talking? Damn, see, I'm already getting flashbacks. But yeah, man, I'm glad to have you here. I'm finally, I know we talked on the phone a couple of times. And Daniel's here to tell his story on how he went from going to prison to kind of getting himself out of it, and drugs and everything that goes along with that. Me, myself, man, yeah, getting out of like certain lifestyles. It's pretty tough. So yeah, glad to have you in here, brother.
Thank you.
Cheers. Anyways, have a drink. Don't. So we're both kind of tired. So you're coming from South Padre. Before you get started, how was South Padre anyways?
Oh, it was great. I got to see the moon and seeing the waves and be able to be on the sand, kind of ground myself.
Wait, you stayed on the beach?
Yes, pretty much. I got a room like about 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. All right. Where you just went to Padre or South Padre?
Yeah, I had the urge just to go to the beach, and then the closest one was South Padre, so I just bagged up and went.
All right. I haven't been there. I don't remember last time I went there, but shit. Right now, it's summer, man. It wasn't packed.
No.
I was gonna say, all Girls Gone Wild, fucking 90s style. Girls Gone Wild still a thing?
If it was, I was in the wrong spot.
I know, right? It's fucking dudes gone wild, just cocks everywhere. I've been to that beach too. It's pretty fun. But no, I haven't, dude. I haven't been there in a while, man. It's been about a year and a half.
That was peaceful. And
Peaceful?
It was good. It was great. The moon was out. That was just full moon. Nice waves. There was the breeze. I just sat there and just enjoying my time.
So, what years did you go to Edison anyways, man? I'm just curious because I can't remember when.
I believe it was 97, 98.
90s?
Wait. Yep.
Well, you would have graduated 01? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so you're the same time I was there. Mm-hmm. Fuck, dude, we crossed paths somehow, I guess. But yeah, man, tell us your story, man. Like, how did everything just go to shit from what you told me in the beginning? And I'm not even dogging on you. My life was pretty fucked up too. So I wasn't an insult. But let us know how it happened.
So basically, growing up, I grew up in the west side of San Antonio. They call it the India. And growing up with a single mom, we caught the bus everywhere. We made sure to learn how to survive. And as a kid, I would see my brother like sit in her car and doing all that kind of stuff. So I would we'll be walking and trying to like figure out where he's at. All of a sudden, you see my brother hitting the car, boom, 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 bumps and everything. So
I thought you were gonna say switches.
To me, I was like, wow, like I never wanted to do that, and I always looked at it like, man, I'm gonna be the opposite. I'm gonna be the opposite. Well, guess what? I was worse.
Oh, you kicked it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens.
I had to bring the bar up.
Yes, I need to set a new bar. It needs to be higher. But so your brother and your brother, is he still around today?
Oh yeah. I don't talk too much to my family, but we do talk when we talk.
Is he still in that lifestyle?
No, not. I can't say no. He's not.
Okay, that's good. And so you saw your brother kind of fucking up. You decided, I'm gonna do the same, but a little worse. And then,
well, you know, growing up, and you got your family members telling you like, "Hey, man, if you do anything, do it all before you're 18." You're kind of thinking like,
no, yeah, I remember that too. Like it was like, do it while you're a juvenile. You know,
Yeah.
you won't get a child as an adult. Yeah.
and to me, it's like, oh wow, thank you, like thank you for the advice.
I'm glad you told me that one. But even where Texas is 17, because I went to county when I was 17. So yeah, man. Okay, so how old were you when you first went to county?
Well, I mean, it goes back way back. I was going back and forth from the south side to the west side because I was born and raised in the west side, and like.
Sorry, brother, but you'd have to get a little. Just so the thing
sorry
will
about
get
that.
you. Now you're good. I just don't want. I want people to hear you.
So I was going back and forth from the south and the west, and when I was going out there in the south side, like it was just more of a statement because everything around you, everything you would listen to, everything you would look at, just like certain movies, certain songs, you felt like you had to like just show out. And being a kid, I was like 12, and I was just acting a fool, trying to throw people off the freeway, trying to fight in like at the local parks and do all this other stuff. And then you start realizing, like, I need to survive. So I would go to Kmart and shop.
Damn, that's old school.
Yeah. So, like, we were poor. So my mom had 2 jobs. We just ate rice and beans, chicken all the time. So I never had that extra, So to survive, I would just go ahead and I would drive my bike to Kmart and put like about 5 pairs of Dickies on and a few shirts, 2 tubes of bikes, 2 tubes for my bike tires, and I was set,
The old Dickies. Yeah, man. What part of the South Side was this?
It was off of by the Victoria Courts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like Southeast
Projects, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So there'll be times when there'll be times when stuff will happen, and I was real young, so people would tell me, "Hey, this guy's saying this and this and that, and you want to show out for your friends, so you'll get into fights and." Oh, they say I broke into my house and this and that, whatever. And then you're just trying to be out there and doing stupid stuff. And whenever my grandma had gotten she was real sick, and then I ended up coming back to the West. And when I went to the West Side, I told my mom, like, hey, it's going to get worse, like out there. It's wild. And every time I go to Juvenile, I was praised for it, because when I would come out of it, there was like a little restaurant right by that.
Rosas?
I believe so.
Yes, they had the best bean and cheese, bro.
Okay.
I fucking it was like pink, right? I believe it was a pink.
And it was like towards the back.
Yeah. I used to go. I remember when we get out, but also when I had to go to juvenile probation, me and my mom would always go there, and we eat 2 bean and cheese tacos each, and then we go to juvenile probation, because probation is right in the fucking center. Yeah. And, dude, I love that. I think it was called Rosas, but I remember that place. It was fucking good. It was cheap. It was cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. And, when I was actually going to Juvenile, it felt like I was being rewarded, because then now I could spend time with my mom. We ate. It felt like oh, wow, like this life right now. So it didn't really feel like I got in trouble. And after that, I just ended up going to the West Side. I asked my mom, hey, let me stay with my brother. My brother didn't really care, I was just kind of like living a life, kind of just surviving. So she thought I was over there. I was actually just going to steal Blockbuster video games so I could stay at my friend's house, my associate, my friend. And I would hear his mom tell his mom, like, well, what about his mom? Like, where's she at? What's going on? She don't ask for him. So when I would hear this, I would say, you know what? I think my mom calling me. I gotta go see her. So I would take my bike and I'll go to Blockbuster and I'll go get games. I would just take them and come back and be like, "Hey, my mom got me these games." And then
Hey, I got Christmas early this evening.
Yeah.
No, but I used to have a friend too, or a couple of them, and I would take them to. I think it was I don't know if it was Blockbuster, but it might have been. What was the other one? Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Was it Hollywood? Right, Hollywood Video, and this was the tapes, the VHSs, back in the day. And they would tear off those little strips that they have on them, and they would stuff them down their pants, and they would wear baggy pants. So they walk out with like, dude, probably 30, 35 tapes each.
Yeah.
And they would just had balls of steel, because I would always be like, fuck, I already know I'd get caught, dude. And they walk out with like 35 tapes, and then they would just go sell them for like $5-10. And that's just crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because in today's world, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. Like, there's too many cameras.
So off of Fair Avenue.
Oh, you're right there by Highlands.
Yeah. So off of there's that Blockbuster there. I had a route coming down Adder Street and all that so my bike would just go downhill all the way until I hit Brackenridge High School. So I already had this little path that I would take all the time. And one time I took my friend and we had to jump in the bushes. The cars would come in, throw your bike, and jump in and just wait it out. But that's how I survived. I would take things from Kmart and I would go ahead and get Blockbuster games so I can play Stay and chill.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, a lot of shit back then. The 90s was a wild time, man. I was gonna ask you too because you were talking about it. Do you think a lot of the music turns a lot of these teenagers into doing stupid shit? Or you think it's the music in the movies, or do you think that they're already headed down that way? Because I used to think about it all the time. I feel like the music really like exacerbates them to fucking really do these things because they want to be just like what they're hearing.
Exactly.
And then it just turns out most of them are a bunch of fucking fruitcakes, you know, that don't even do gangster shit. You know, they're all studio gangs. Like Ice Cube wasn't out there killing people, but he rapped about it all the time.
Yeah.
And do you think that has a heavy influence on like on yourself and other people?
I believe so. I mean, it all falls back on also who is guiding you, for one, as far as the uncles, cousins, so on. But I believe that if you want to get technical, every music, every note, every beat has a hurt. Every hurt has a frequency. Every frequency is going to touch based on your cells, your brain waves. And based on that, then that's how you're going to know what to target. So that's why you got a lot of depression going on now. You got a lot of suicide going on. You got a lot of, I mean, I know it sounds like over the head type thing, but honestly, that's what I believe. That's what I see. People, they basically push agendas.
Oh, yeah. You see it all the time. Like, I mean, even today's world, like you hear constantly women telling other girls have abortions and you know, fuck everybody you can and be a woman. It's empowering. It's like, I don't know if that's empowering, just taking as much dicks as you can. You know what I'm saying? And the men too. And even for me, like I would say that when I was younger, but I have a kid, and I wouldn't tell my kid bang as many chicks as you can. And I used to think that too. I'll tell my son bang as many. But I would say, you know, hey, don't marry the first chick you fuck.
Yeah.
maybe a little, like, you know, have a little fun. But I would still be like, yeah, I wouldn't want to introduce them and like just fuck everybody. And especially my daughter, I'd be like, bitch, fuck, be lesbian or something. Go scissor something.
Yeah, I read you'd be lesbian.
Nah, I would just tell her, like, this is the way guys are gonna see you if you decide you're gonna, especially women now, they're very emboldened to talk about all their partners. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, like, nobody's gonna want to fucking marry you. Yeah, like they'll fuck you. Yeah, but they ain't gonna marry you. But yeah, there is a lot of influence for sure on that spectrum, and especially with music, you see it all the time. Like every rap song you see now, it's a fucking. They just have guns everywhere, and they're talking about killing everybody that they could look at. You know, and
I mean the news too. Like the news, I mean, plants fear in you. I don't look at the news. I don't believe in months, dates. That's like more different topics, but I don't pay attention to that because all it does is causes fear and stress.
Well, yeah, if you watch the news all day, which like I do, yeah, I'm like, I fucking end up like, God damn it!
I used to see my mom
take it over. Let's fucking go. Now just wig it around. But no, it does give you because it's that helplessness because you can't do nothing about it. Yeah, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I get like, they're just. You see, this is happening to these people in this way, and
who's pushing it?
Yeah, it's usually the narrative that the news is pushing for sure. I mean, everybody has a narrative. Everybody's biased in their own ways, and they're going to push their agenda to they.
But it's our responsibility to understand the difference and to be able to push what a leadership like the way you are. And congratulations with your podcast. Like, if I look at you a leader and you look at me a leader, then we can go wrong.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like, I had another person on here, good dude. And the first thing I say, especially with people, I'm like, I ain't gonna promote gang life. And when I talk about it, I'm talking about it in a joking way, but it really did happen. But I also say like, I wouldn't suggest you go that route because because it's just gonna lead you to a life of fucking misery and bitterness, and that's what it is. And you look at a lot of people now, like, look, he has more than me. I want to fucking take it, and that's all it is. It's just fucking envy. And it's like, why don't you work for it? Fucking work hard, and you'll be there. And that's one thing a lot of people don't want to do now. Nobody wants to work, and nobody wants to, like, even with what you're talking about, like in podcasting, it could be anything, sports. Yes. Like they're like, oh, I'm gonna be a pro. I used to teach for a long time. Like, I'm gonna be in the NFL. Like, are you working at it? Nah, I'm just naturally good. Like, okay, good luck with that. Not even Jordan was naturally good. Like, you fucking idiot. He practiced all day. He was the first one and last one out the gym. Like, come on. You got to work for things, and people don't want to do that.
And the discipline and self-control and everything mindset, that goes behind it. Yeah,
for sure. And so when was the first time you actually got locked up? Was it juvie or was it county? Did you go straight to the?
Oh, I was always in and out juvenile. I had like a habit of like using spark plugs to break into cars and, you know. And
no, I was just thinking.
From there it went to popping locks on U-Hauls. And you know, you're gonna rob a house. Why rob a house? You got a U-Haul here full of the house. So it was like easier kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense and safer for sure.
Yeah.
So did you? What did you go in for? Also, just.
So all that were all like little crimes and stuff. I ended up going to TYC. Before I went to TYC, that's where I was in Edison. And
which TYC were you in?
I went from. Everybody goes through Marlin. Marlin is wild. Like, you have to have your head down. You have to have your hands behind your back. You lift up your head. That's a sign of riot. You do anything that's a sign of riot. You're gonna get slammed. You're gonna get treated like shit. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
So you have 5 minutes to eat. As soon as you get there, you sit down with your head down. You just start eating, and then everything's nasty. Lima beans. Everything's beans, and you know.
Sounds like out here.
Yeah. Yeah, but
just fucking
navy beans, lime beans,
not those refried beans. Not those shitty ones. No, yeah. And so you're in there, and that was because of just a bunch of things accumulated.
Small things, yeah.
Yeah, accumulated too.
And so, you know, there'll be times where you see people that you didn't like out here, like you know, from high school, whatever, and you think you're gonna fight, but as soon as you pick up your head, you're getting slammed, you know, and. So you have to hold that anger and that frustration in because, you know, you're rivals and then you're in there and blah, blah, blah. So being in there, you sit down, you eat, you hold your cup up if you want something to drink. That's Juvenile, TYC. And they'll come and they'll give it to you. They'll knock on the table. It means get up, go. And if you move a certain way, you pick up your head, hey, you're inside a riot. So everything was organized. Everything was so structured. They had us sit down and do drills on the floor. Like, if you didn't do something right or everybody messed up, they would put you in like, it would call like 5.0 position and this and that. And there were like little treatments that they'll give you that didn't feel too comfortable. And you're sitting there hurting and you're looking at the next man like, you're the reason why, you know?
It's because of you, motherfucker.
Yeah, so after that, they sent me to a boot camp. And I went there and it was...
Is that for violations in TYC or just
no, that was just
totally
a process.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was a process. I went to Sheffield boot camp. It was 102 degrees. It would rain out of nowhere. We would see road runners with June bugs rolling their own little poop, you know, and all we would do is work out, and in there you start realizing that you're gonna fight. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to do. You have to protect yourself. You know, and sometimes you're scared. You know?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. And the whole moral of this, what's going on here at the podcast today, is not to glorify what's going on. It's just that if you don't hear it from somebody that's been through it, you ain't gonna want to hear it.
Yeah, or I mean, a lot of people, it's even like, especially when you're young, right? Like I used to tell people that all the time. Like, if you told me when I was young, and which people did, I still like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
yeah,
you don't know what I'm going through, motherfucker. Like, you don't know what I have to deal with, and it's like they know, they're just older and wiser. But a lot of people, they're gonna have to learn the hard way. But sometimes people learn by just word of mouth for sure.
Yeah,
and that's the ones you got to reach for sure.
So after that, and like you're gonna notice that I won't say no names. I won't say no any type of titles, because it's not about glorifying. It's about hopefully reaching out and helping somebody.
Yeah, just informative for sure. Mm-hmm. So how long were you out there?
In 2IC, I did a year and a half on a 9-month sentence.
So is that because of violations?
That's because I was messing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just couldn't get my mind right, and I just got too comfortable, and then it was hard to get out. And then after that, when I did get out, it was just like a different feeling. You know, you got everybody coming up to you, and you're like, "Oh man, look, you got big," like, you know, and
you got a buff.
Yeah. And then you got the girls like, "Hey, what you mean?"
Well, that's one thing I always say, like, fucking, even especially where we went to school, neighborhoods we grew up in, yeah, the girls loved, like, you know, the troublemakers, you know,
The bad boys.
Yeah, they would, especially, yeah, you get out and you're like a celebrity almost, you know,
Yeah.
like you walk around and everybody's happy to see it. It don't last long, but it's there for that little time being.
So the transition also from what we were talking about, the movies and the music, that was more like of a gang type era. That's like when Bone Thugs were out and stuff.
Oh yeah,
You
it was
remember?
good times. Dude.
Yeah.
Good times.
And then now it just changed to another episode where it's like now the timeline would be like Machiavelli and No Limit, you know?
Oh, dude, No Limit. They had their run, man. That was even Snoop Dogg joined No Limit for a while.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that? And then like what was it? Silk the Shocker. Was it Silk the Shocker that went to prison?
No, it was See Murder.
See Murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say one of the brothers.
I'm a little hip hop head.
Oh yeah, I used to love hip hop when I was young, man. But I can't stand that shit like in today's world. But yeah, I remember it was one of Master P's brothers that he did the murder, and then Mystical had some other shit with raping, and it was all kinds of goddamn.
Well, you know, you got Cash Money, UNLV. They were beefing with Mystical, and Mystical's sister got. Well, wait, one of their sisters got hit in the drive-by, and all kinds of stuff, and it was crazy. It was interesting because we were kids and we were like,
Well, yeah, that was like the East Coast West Coast beef, man.
Yeah,
it was fucking
but it was
wild.
South.
yeah. This one was like the dirty South beef, but no, for sure. I mean, East Coast West Coast beef was like for real. Like those motherfuckers were willing to kill each other just because they were born on some other coast. You know? Like,
Yeah, for real.
Over like two people that don't even know they exist. You know, that
they ain't even gonna feed you.
No, yeah, that's what. Like I remember when I was teaching at George Gervin one time, and I don't say names either, but these two kids started fighting, and we broke it up, and I'm like, why the fuck y'all fighting? And then they were fighting because they were arguing about who's better. It was NBA YoungBoy and some other fucking rapper, and I was like, y'all are fighting over a rapper that doesn't even know you fucking exist, bro. Like, can you imagine that? And they were all like, nah, that motherfucker. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess, dude. I go for it, man. Throw your life away for a fucking rapper that doesn't know you.
Yeah, for real. So the era went from Dickies to Jinkos, you know, and
oh, you're talking about 90s then.
yeah, it went from the 90s. It went to the mid 90s.
Yeah, I remember the Jinko days.
Yeah,
dude, you know those? You know how much Jinkos are now?
I don't even probably
because all the kids wear them now.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're all popular now. And I remember some of the kids I would ask them like, are those Jinkos? And they would say like, no, I wish. And I'm like, why? How much are Jinkos? They're like probably like $350 fucking pop. I'm like, fuck, I would have a fortune if I would have saved my shit. You know? Like, god damn.
My Jinkos. I
feel like Jinkos were huge in the middle school days though.
Yeah, they were good. The elephant.
It was like what middle school? Oh, you were in the South Side, right?
Yeah, so I went to middle schools. I went to Page and I went to Irving.
Okay,
and then they kicked me out and I went to Good Samaritan on 19th Street.
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you about that.
Good Samaritan?
Yeah, Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan. It was a bunch of different gangs in different areas.
I was gonna say that just the name alone makes me.
Yeah.
It's like, just with the name Good Samaritan, that's not gonna be a good school.
No, it's not. So the one thing I can say is that they had a pool table, they had a ping pong table, they had all kinds of activities.
So like recreation.
Yeah, it was, and we had a rule since everybody was different gangs in different areas. When you come in, no matter who you are, you have to get beat up. And that's going to cause the peace to show everybody that, there's not holding nothing. Everybody got to go through it.
So it's like basically
initiation.
Like prison lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like initiations.
Yeah.
So
you'll go up to the school. That'll happen. Then we started making fun with it. We started playing basketball. You get tipped out and you're out. Guess what? You're going to get beat up.
Damn. That's 21 on roids. That's 21 death tip. What is this?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, 21 was I wonder, do kids still play that game?
I don't know, but I will.
Yeah, they do. I think they still. Yeah, I think they do. I don't know. 21 tip. Yeah. Because I remember even we used to have friends that could lower the court and you had to dunk tip. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you have to dunk tip that bitch. It was like, nah, if you don't dunk tip, that shit ain't count. But so that was a Good Samaritan, fucking great name for a terrible school. I love it.
Yeah, they kicked me out because on my birthday
you weren't good at Good Samaritan, huh? I didn't live up to the fucking title.
I'll show you the love, right? So on my birthday, we were at the zoo. My friend always tells me, man, I still remember that day. Our staff were ex-gang members or affiliated somehow in different states. And they were so organized in their mind that they wanted to push it on us. We were kids. So they would get upset whenever we were just being necios. So one day at the zoo, we surrounded this guy, one of the staff, and we were going to tear him up. And I got locked up for that. And they banned me from all the field trips after that.
No more zoos.
Yeah, no more zoos, no more nothing.
So what do you mean by they were organized? Like they were doing it in a good way, or you mean like?
Well, they're coming from that lifestyle, so their mentality is already like if he's somebody at a school, and you got a lot of young heads with the mind frame of I ain't gotta listen to you.
Yeah, and they're coming in.
I don't even listen to my mom, my dad.
Yeah, where that's one thing I would say is different between now and then, because back then and same thing like for me, man, there was always repercussions for your actions, man. Like there was consequences, and in today's world, there's no consequences for these kids.
No.
They do whatever the fuck they want. Like they used to talk to us, like we'd be in a meeting with teachers, and they would just say like straight out, "Oh, these are our customers," and I'm like, they're not our fucking customers.
No.
Like customers always right. Like, in America, even though I think that's the stupidest fucking saying in the planet. I can't stand that saying, dude. Customers always right. No, they're fucking not. They're assholes a lot of times.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but and there's sometimes the actual employee's the asshole. It just depends on the situation.
Yeah, varies.
Yeah. and that's one thing, but nowadays these kids don't have any like it's fucking basically like Lord of the Flies, bro. They get to run the way they wanted to run. And the admin's going to take their back. Their parents are going to take their back. Have their back. Sorry, take their back. They're going to have their back and all these things. And they get to run wild. And then they wonder why they end up getting out and then when they get locked up, they're all surprised about it because they're not used to having any fucking accountability for their actions. And I'm like, well, yeah. Like, I remember one kid, it was at one of the schools, and he goes to the restroom and tears the door down and beating it up and destroying property. And one of the teachers, like, bro, you could go to jail for that shit. You're 18 years old. And he's like, why would I go to jail for that? And it's like, destruction of property, you fucking idiot. And his mind was like, they wouldn't take me to jail for that. Because he didn't, his whole life, he's been just fucking coddled go. Which, with us, what happens if you did that in our time? You're going to fucking juvie. Or you're going to jail.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
Yeah, like there was actual accountability on our end. So we knew, like, if we do these things, we knew, even though we didn't give a fuck still, but we knew, like, okay, the end game is me in handcuffs, going down with Officer Harvey, that piece of shit.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, and to be honest, Officer Harvey was a cool dude.
Yeah, he was.
He arrested me twice. He was a cool dude. And Rincones, was it Rincones? I forgot. It was
the principal you're talking about?
No, the other cop. We had the Mexican.
The Mexican one. Yeah, he looked like Luigi.
Yeah. I just remember too when people would say, and if you're from medicine, you know this. If Officer Harvey was chasing you, you're fucking done, bro. That motherfucker was hopping fences and shit.
Oh yeah, for real.
He was like, wow. I was like, Harvey he followed us from Whittier to Edison.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I was like, we can't escape
so you're
this
the reason why.
I was like, we couldn't escape this motherfucker, dude. And bro, and if we knew if Officer Harvey got you, like, because he would fucking beeline whoever he's gonna get, right? Like, and you knew, like, hey dude, you're gonna have to take the fall, bro, because he's gonna catch you. But yeah, Officer Harvey was a beast. But forgot what we're talking about, man. I'm sorry.
Well, we were part about the jinkos and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got way off track.
That's okay.
That's fine.
That's what it's all about.
Jinkos, yeah, jinkos were the thing for sure.
So we didn't pay nothing for our jinkos. I mean, we
the transition. We didn't pay for those bitches.
No, I mean we would walk up into Pinners and get a stack and let's go.
Damn, showing your age with that one.
You know that bridge right there, right next door. Pinners, we just jump down. That's high. It's high, like what, 12, 15 feet?
Yeah, man.
Jump down.
I mean, that was the way it was with Sunken Gardens when the concerts. We used to just go on the top and jump down.
Yeah.
And it was all good from there. Just run in the pit. Nobody's gonna get you.
No.
But yeah. So you were Like that was middle school then, obviously, right? So and when you went to TYC, you were in high school, just to get the timeline correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
TYC, I was in 9th grade. That's
So you went right in.
Yeah, I went, like, that's what caused me to stop going to Edison. I went in there, started doing modules. You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. TYC helped me extend my mind. You know, like the teachers there and everything, they would show a lot of support. They would show a lot of love. And I was able to, like, learn how to write essays and get into detail and to get my point across.
Yeah, and those people are, I mean...
They're really incredible.
No, yeah, incredible people, because you got to be extremely patient, man. Definitely those people should be commended for the amount of patience and just the amount of time that they spend with these kids to try to get them on the right track, for sure.
Well, that's the problem, too. A lot of teachers ain't being noticed. You know, that, like, they do work hard and they do got a lot on the plate.
Yeah, I worked my ass off too. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was a horrible teacher. I just sometimes I would have to catch myself, like, hey, you know, like, calm down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Well, just it's emotions, you know, sometimes hard.
Because we're all human, man. You know, humans, we just sometimes lose our shit.
Being honest and realizing is what's the start.
Yeah, that's where wisdom comes from, to actually understand where your faults are lying, you know, instead of just blaming everyone else for anything that goes wrong in your life, which that's what was my problem when I was always in trouble. It was always somebody else's fault. Yeah. It was the cop's fault. Yeah. It was this guy's fault. It was my mom's fault. It was my dad's fault for kicking my ass all the time. And it was somebody else's fault constantly. And once I let go of all that is when my life got better. And I would tell my students, I was like, you know what's a magical thing, man? When I stopped breaking the law, I stopped having trouble with cops. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how that works. And
I can't believe it.
Right? Who would have fucking known? But during that time too, I remember teachers used to tell us, like, you're a poor brown kid, and and they would help perpetuate that vision we had of ourselves in society, that we were just helpless beings. Yeah. And that happened a lot. And and that's why I never taught victimization, man, because that's a terrible thing to teach a young mind.
Well, a lot of people, what's going on is that, and I'm not saying, you know, I'm not trying to sit here and say anything bad about nobody, anything how people think. But the thing is that you got people screaming victim, and because they've mastered how to manipulate the system.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and for the ones that are really going through a victim, like being victims and going through things, they got to, pay for the manipulation.
No, those are the ones that fall through the cracks and get missed. And that's unfortunate, man. A lot of them, like, that are actually being victimized, and they just get overlooked and overshadowed by the loudest, because they're usually the quietest, you know?
So by this time, you know, I had a friend, he died. They basically it was a deal that went wrong. They shot him in the head, threw him out the van, ran over him. I'm like 11 years old too, and this is happening. And understanding this concept of death. And then my other friend, they were cleaning guns, got shot in the neck, gone. They just stole of a pawn shop. One time, my other friend, his uncle, you know, enjoyed other men and let a man in the house. Well, they ended up being gone. And by this age, coming into high school and seeing and understanding all this, it just gives you a different vibe. You know, I mean, you see people getting stabbed at school. You see someone getting hit with the back cutter in the back of the back, and you know, I mean, it's just crazy. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember all the shit. Yeah. Like the first time I saw somebody dead too, I was young, and those are those most impressionable years of your life. And when you have the like your innocence taken away at such a young age, it does things to you for sure. Like it numbs you, and then you numb it with drugs and alcohol and everything else, and then that's where bad things. That's a terrible mix, especially for a young mind. Yeah. Like I look at it now too, and I look at like even when I taught middle school, man, like you look at 12-year-olds, 13, 14-year-olds, and you're like, they look like little fucking kids. Yeah. And I was like, dude, I was doing acid, cocaine, tried heroin. Like I did it, like, you know, drinking all the time.
Yeah, name it. You got it.
Yeah. I was doing mushroom, all that, and I'm like, how did I fucking look to adults? You know?
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. Like, how did I look this little fucking skinny dipshit walking around just high out of his mind with a gun, like, you know, just like a terrible, what a terrible mix. And I look at them now, and I'm like, these kids are all talking about Pokemon or some shit nowadays, and I'm like, I was thinking of who's getting gangbang at the next party. No, but like, I mean, not to be like as like
it's just
raw
a
as possible,
mindset,
but that was what it was. It was like, who are we gonna get? Are we gonna get laid? Are we gonna have fun? Are we gonna, who we partying with? Who got the code? Like, who got? And it was, god damn, we're like 14 years oldish. And
I tell stories about my son. I look at my son, and I'm like, man, if I was that age, I remember doing this and doing this. I was trying to learn how to. A lot of stuff,
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about, like, when you see them now, and it's like, God, did I look? That was how young I looked. Like when I was doing that. Who the fuck let me do that?
Yeah,
who was letting me do this shit?
I told my son's like, oh, I did this, that. I'm like, is that all you did? Yeah, okay.
Good. Get the fuck out of here. God damn.
I'm glad.
I know. Now I'm like, I'm trying to get my kid to just be the biggest dork in the fucking world. That's my goal. I'm like, shit. You're half Asian, bitch. You better fucking be full Asian with your mindset. But no, it's true. Like it is true. Like we're doing crazy shit, and kids are still doing that in today's world. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
it's just weird when you think about it for yourself. Like, god damn, and it's something like, yeah, definitely not promoting it. It's just something that it's reality. Like it you can't hide the fucking truth. Like kids are doing these things, and now you got fentanyl and all this crazy shit, and that's scary as fuck, man.
You can't trust nobody and nothing that you. There was a point at my time that if I left the restroom, I ain't touching that. If I left it open, I'm not gonna touch it because that was later on after Edison,
Yeah.
Because of certain reasons, people put things just because they want money, the money you got, the drugs you got, or whatever it could be, and then
for sure,
next thing you know, you're waking up in a shock, like what just happened, not knowing nothing.
Yep. I've been roofie collated a few times.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was just like, what happened? Like some chick's pregnant now, and I don't know what happened. No, I've never. I luckily have never been drugged that I know of like that, so that's good. Yeah. But I've seen it. Not much here. I never really hung out with a dude that's like, hey, I'm gonna put a drop over, because I would be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
No, honestly, like that's more down the storyline. Like, okay, so. When back to the beginning earlier, where we're talking about from coming from TYC and going from medicine and everything, there's a lot of stuff going on with graffiti, and we were getting involved, and it was fun, and we'll go hit up the walls, whatever, and after that, I just ended up like everybody in the neighborhood was just selling, and it was a whole different point of view compared to we're fighting everybody. To now everybody's making money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it was a whole different point of view on that. And honestly, like, it was just mind-blowing. So you're partying now, you're going to clubs, you're making fast money. And you're thinking that you're partying, but you're really becoming an addict.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like fast money, man. It'll make you fucking go after your family, like that shit's fucking toxic, man.
We had a guy had everything that anybody wanted, and we looked up to it. Like, man, look, he just bought a Cobra. Oh, he don't even know how to drive it. And everybody around us was just making really good money, and we wanted a piece of it. And because, your guy has the guy and you ain't ever running out. So I got to actually observe and learn from these two guys and just watch everything they were doing. And it just made me a little bit better,
Yeah. No, one thing that's the most intoxicating is fast money, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that could get even the most like good-willed person, because it's like, bro, you're working for what? I could fucking make that in an hour.
Oh yeah,
and that'll fucking that's toxic as fuck. And for sure, man, I totally agree. Once you have that in the realm, and you have that in your back pocket, like, what am I fucking working?
Yeah,
and that's what I did too. I was like, fuck, I want to make money, and I want to have expendable money,
Yeah, I want a new Nikes, and I want a new Air Max.
I want new whatever the fuck I want, and I want to party, like you just said. And So you start selling. What are you selling?
No, honestly, I was that one guy that was always saying, "Why I gotta do that if I got a job?" Because I was working since like I was 15 years old. We would clean windows. We would sell candies, like go to Austin, sell them, and then I was always trying to not sell, and then it comes to the point where you want to sell for your weed, you want to smoke, so you go to start selling it. They start bringing you bags, and you start realizing there's even faster money.
Yeah,
and
with the other stuff.
Yeah, with smaller portions of stuff, and you start seeing that, and then now that's when it becomes that, hey, what is what I really want to do, and then so I did it, but it was more like I did it just to have nice things in my room, and I was always lit, and I was always drunk, and everybody around me was feeling the same way I felt, and it was just more of a convenience, and it was fun, and then we'll start out with a 20-pack of Budweiser, just end up with like 3 or 4 of them, and everybody's fighting, and at the end of the day, you're just either drunk hugging each other, or you're drunk on the floor. Like, it was just crazy, and at the end of the day, you think you're partying, you're really addict.
Yeah, no, I think one of the biggest perks when I remember when I was doing all that was I didn't have to pay for it no more because it was free.
Yeah.
And it was like I didn't have to wait for somebody because it was there in my house. They're waiting on me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that really, what is it, like buries you in that lifestyle where you're like,
comfort.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just like, I got everything I need now. I don't need to fucking work, and I don't need to do these things.
And then you got a pretty girl. You know what I mean? You got a pretty girl. You got nice things in your house, and you're buying. I had bought a Nova. And I didn't even.
Damn.
No, well, check this out.
That's a nice car.
But check this out. I had bought it from a local, and it was a project car. So I was trying to get it fixed. My friend had a Nova, and Malibu, and I was like, okay, I want something old too. So I was trying to fix it up. Well, the fast life got it taken away. Not by cops, but like they thought my uncle was like, man, this guy's known for stealing. I'm gonna go ahead and call the cops. I think he stole this car. There goes my car. It has no title because it came from the local. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I had a 71 Buick Skylark. It looked kind of like body like a Chevelle, which like I love Chevelles, man. And yeah, dude, I love old cars, man.
Yeah,
those are the most beautiful. That's why every time I watch those like car movies and they're destroying all those nice cars, I'm like, why, dude?
Yeah.
Destroy these fucking piece of shit Toyota. I like Toyota, don't get me wrong, but destroy those motherfuckers. Like, why you destroy
I actually wanted a Camino or something like a 5.0 or something.
I just saw the other day the Spurs celebrations. There's an El Camino with the hydraulics, and it's
Was
just
it brown or green?
I didn't even remember, but it's like on 3-row motion.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
taking me back to the 90s with that bitch.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That was a green one. I seen that post too. I reposted that.
Yeah, it actually looked cool. I was like, man, that's nice. And so all the stuff you're getting into, and how long did you spend in prison? Like, how long were you in prison?
In prison, okay, so I get locked up. I did about 9 years, came out. I was in TDCJ. I walked in there, and I didn't know what to believe. Like, I didn't know what was going on. All I know is everything from my childhood. I go into TDCJ, and I just know I'm going to fight. That's all I know. So I have a bad name. Everybody don't really like me, but everybody loves me at the same time, So I walk in there, and right away they put me in high security. And I'm behind a cage with everybody else that's behind the cage, medium custody. And I'm just working out. The first day I go to the day room, because I had a little tattoo in my little neighborhood, right? And I just hear somebody say, "Hey, is that you?" And I was like, oh, man, I'm fired. So I look back, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. So he's like, hey, what's and they try to get me, they try to pamper me, to manipulate me to become something that I was pretty much already fighting when I was out here in the world,
Yeah.
And the day came when they asked me if I wanted to get involved, and I told them, no, And he's like, why? I like, why would I? Like, I was running y'all over and having shootouts with y'all before I even came here. Like, y'all being cool, I'm being cool. Like, it's free world shit stuff, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna bring that. Like that's different.
Stay out there, yeah. And then I like, y'all being cool, I'm being cool. Like, y'all ain't bringing it up, so I go, but why would I? You know? So after that, you know, you run with your city, and then after that, it was more like I ended up getting shipped off. I ended up getting sent to Woodville, Texas, called Gib Lewis. They call it Friendly Gib. I don't know why, because half of it's GP and half of it's Max. So anything Max tells GP, it's gonna happen. So there's no friendly about it. It's like on spot. Like it's different. You know, it's different lifestyle.
Another Good Samaritan kind of title.
Yeah. So in there, I started learning how to. I went to Raymondville, Texas. It was crazy because you got all the guards involved in the gang life. Also, so any way you moved, I had a guard want to arrest me. This dude was a wrestler from school, big old dude. Because we beat up their people, whatever, and he really wanted to hurt me. So, like, I looked at him and I was like, damn, this boy's big. I can beat my ass. So I said, it's whatever, right? Like, let's do it. And one of my friends came in. He's like, hey, he's too small for you. I got you. And it was just, it's a lot of politics. It's a lot of, I mean, they would wake me up every morning. Hey, man, I got that weed. You want it?
So the cops were, I mean, the guards were involved in a lot of the shit?
During the time I was going, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was.
Damn.
I mean, I'm going to put it like this. I walk into the dorm, and I put my sheets on the bed. I open up my sheets, and I just smell weed. Like, and I'm like, I'm smelling my sheets like, God damn. And I look back, and I just see that the people getting tied up. The gray's getting worked on. You know? Damn. So I just go, I look, I'm like, that's some good work, and mind my business, and we grow a bond, and we help each other, and it was a lot of business, but also a lot of fights. Like, I got my first riot there over taxes. Like, I was against paying taxes, and my friends were too. And one day we went to church, and they said, hey, y'all could keep this. We're going to take y'all out there in the world and take care of it in the world. And I took it as a threat. I opened my mouth. And later on that next Sunday, a church day, we decided, we just woke them up and did whatever we had to do,
Yeah, and when you're going through a riot, like, that's just all out chaos, what's going on in your mind? Like, what are you thinking? Or are you not thinking, you're just fucking reacting?
This was more
primal.
Like, this was more of a gang violence, that type of thing. So it was more like organized and ready. They woke me up in the middle of the night. I'm from San Antonio, right? So that way they're gonna be like, at 2:10 we're gonna do this, like, So I'm like,
keep it that same.
Yeah, keep it
tone.
I was gonna actually wear a Spurs shirt today so I could represent San Antonio.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's wilding out with that stuff right now. Like, fucking
yeah.
So they have it was more structured.
It was more structured. They woke me up in the middle of the night. They told me, hey, it's time. I said, just let me use the restroom real quick, and then I'm ready. I got up, used the restroom, came back, and they all went to the hospital.
Mm. And what were you locked up for that gave you a sentence of 8-9 years? Because that's a long time, bro. That's almost a decade. Shit.
I carjacked a car, and it had everybody in it, and they got me for aggravated robbery.
That's it?
Yeah.
And that gave you the 10 year. Oh, but did they use any of your priors?
No.
Did you want to get you some ice?
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah, go get him too. Yeah, when you come back.
So like, honestly, they were like, I'm in the east side. I'm trying to get to the west side. Me and my girl always fighting. Well, all this other stuff. Like, it was already going towards the end of the relationship. One of the family members asked me, like, let's go do this, right? And at that day, I was just like, you know what? I'm trying to hold my family together, kind of.
Yeah.
I ain't going to do nothing today. And then I just gave in. All right, let's go. You know, and then I went. I tried to take the car. It was the worst mistake I ever had.
Ain't that crazy though? Like every time you hear somebody that got locked up for a long time, like a long, like, you know, I'm talking over 5 years. It's always one of those things where they're like, I didn't want to do it that day, and that day, like, it's always that situation.
I really didn't. Like I was.
No, but you hear that all the time. It's like, man, that day I really wasn't feeling it, and I just said, fuck it, let's go, and it ends up being like the worst mistake.
But it's the worst mistake, but it was the
best too.
I was about to say that. That was the best thing that happened to me.
Yeah, and why would you say it was the best thing? Like, what was it that you gained in that 9-year stench that you weren't getting out here?
So not just learning more of how to not get caught, but also the fact that I got to learn more. I finished my GED there. I started understanding what I needed to do, and what I was tired of. I had gave my mom a promise, like, man, before you go, make sure you're smiling in your face, right? So it was more of a eye opener. You know, they're sending me for 10 years, right? We all say this, but we're not thinking about it when we're out there, right?
Oh, that I'm not gonna do this when I get out.
No, it was more like my daughter.
Oh, okay.
You know, like what? Like I can't believe. Like when I heard those 10 years, the first thing I told the judge was like, I ain't gonna see my daughter for 10 years. And I bawled up. I cried. And I cried. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt. But why was I thinking that at the time, right? So I go in there and I try to change right away. I go to these little Bible studies. I'm trying to gain knowledge under the Bible and this and that. Then you got a lot of people coming at you and trying to test you. And then you got to remember, like, a lot of people do know you because how you used to be out there. So now they're like trying to provoke and pressure you. So it becomes more of a, man, fuck this Bible. I gotta survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because you're like, I'm in a hostile environment. Like,
yeah.
I can't just be, especially, you get pushed over in there. It's gonna send a sign that this guy's a pushover. Yeah.
And I'm real, even before and now, I'm real chill, real cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I got another side, right? But like, I do respect people and I do take people with the benefit of the doubt or whatever. And I'm always the way you just met me, you know. And whenever they just like, they try to test their limit, and then next thing you know it, you got to put a stop to it.
And what would you say, like, what are some things that they test you with, like, when you're in prison, right? What's one of the things that they do?
Trays.
Yeah. Explain that.
Like breakfast trays, homeboys tray. They're trying to, because everybody's hungry, you know, and it's more like money, soups, stamps, you know.
But do you, because I don't want to interrupt, but you mean like they're trying to take your lunch or something, like, or your tray?
No, that's just
because I don't even. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, like, okay, so like in the county jail, it's a lot of trays. You know, like, hey man, that's my tray, and this. That. So you're fighting for a tray type thing. So they're trying to take your because in the morning they got people working, and then they work and they get extra stuff. So in TDC, it's more of they got extortions, and like, let's say I walk in, I'll use some of my statements, and I don't hold my own. And I've seen where people say, hey, you need to go get your mattress or your sheets. They come back, his commissary's gone.
Gotcha.
Like, where's my commissary? Well, you either pay a ticket or you fight for it. What do you want to do? And if you pay a ticket, guess what? You're going to keep paid.
Yeah, you're going to be a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had that my first time in county when I was 17. I fought a fucking grown-ass man because he wanted my sandals.
Yeah.
You know, and he was all like, what size sandals are those? And I was like, they're my size.
Yeah. The old school, my size.
And I was like, they're my size, man. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what the fuck? And then I was being nice, too. I was like, they're my size, man. Like,
yeah.
And then he just looked at me. He's all right. And then they fucking walking in, some Mexican guy pushing me in the fucking cell.
Yeah.
End up catching cell with that fucking dude.
Yeah.
Grown ass man, scared off my ass.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
scared off my ass. And
people don't admit that, but in
yeah.
reality, you are.
Yeah. You're fucking fighting because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you don't know, like I don't know. I'm 17 and fucking like 165 pounds at the time. Little kid. And we fight, kind of got me, and then the Hispanic guys were like, "All right, cool, you're cool." Like, and it was just to see if I'm gonna hold my own. I did, and then it was just like, but it was I wasn't in there like for long extensions in like actual jail, so like in adult jail, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, and then that was one of the things. I was like, shit, okay, this like.
Yeah.
Like these motherfuckers, he was like 30 something. I'm like, shit, I don't got man strength like that yet.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so I can imagine.
In there, it's everything's based on your who.
I didn't get it.
Oh,
We could take a 2-minute break.
yeah. So based on juveniles, it's usually your sandals and your blues that we call blues, your uniform, and counties more like trays, and or gambling, and in TDC it's more of money being owed, or like gambling without money, or something racial.
Yeah.
So like
And where were you? All the prisons you went to, because that's a long time.
oh yeah. So after that I went from there.
So, but you were in Raymondville. You said Raymondville. What was the other one?
We go to me and my buddy, we go to Bird. The guards come. They raid our cells. I'm in there drawing on the walls and stuff, and they raid our cell, and he tells us that the sergeant at the Raymondville, she buckled and she told her whole story, and they ended up putting him in another facilities because they were having like a relationship.
Oh, you're talking about Raymondville.
Yeah. So,
okay, so
yeah.
So your boy and
the girl sergeant were.
one of the guards.
Yeah.
Oh, he was banging her.
Yeah.
Oh, very
The
nice.
pipelines and the pipeline.
Yeah, getting those guts in prison, baby. Hey, dude, that's fucking. That's what I say in today's world. If I ever had to go to prison, I'd say I'm transgender and go to a women's prison. I'd just be laying pipe all over the place, bro. It's like, why would I go to a male prison? Fuck no.
They ain't no fun here.
I'll fucking wrestle these bull dykes. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll be scissoring everybody. They'll be like, that's that scissoring motherfucker right there. Look at him. But no. So, okay, so this is a friend of yours.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, and now.
And did this come on the news?
No, everything's hush hush because it can't go out there.
How often? I mean, so since you're in there 9 years, right? How often have you seen that somebody's having sex with like a guard or something like that?
Everything's quiet.
But have you seen it quite a bit, or is it just maybe like a handful of times?
People that are locked up, they're gonna tell you what you want to hear. So, you got a lot of these guards that they're hearing what they want to hear, and the next thing you know, it's them showing up and the wife showing up to go pick up this inmate at the bus station, and then you hear later on that they got locked up for fighting in the bus station and stuff like that. You hear all kinds of stories. You got a lot of stuff going on in there, and a lot of relationships and stuff.
Wow, okay. Because they are I mean, a lot of these guys are master manipulators. That's
Yeah.
they're really good at convincing you, of things like they're not the bad guy. They're not this and. Like they say, everybody's innocent in jail, right?
I didn't do it.
No, I know, it wasn't me. They got the wrong guy. It was another beaner. But
So I go over there. I get in there, and I have a reputation to hold, right? So I'm in there trying to do my thing, trying to put in my name, and I'll hear something and I'll go take care of it myself. I didn't like nothing being out there in the air, and I was the one. Now I was not the only one, but there's always just a small handful that's gonna always be fighting and taking care of business, and then the rest are just in the free ride, And that's what really pushed me out. But so because in there, you're gonna either be affiliated or not, and if you're not, you're gonna run with the Bible or just be solo,
And you were doing both, like Bible and...
No, I had put the Bible to the side because I had,
so you started off that way. And
because people were taking kindness for weakness.
Yeah, and you said, okay, well, fuck it, I'm going to have to do what I got to do.
Yeah, so I was going, I was doing a lot of drawings, a lot of drawings for people, learning how to do a lot of technique with art and everything, and that's what I was pushing. You see, like a lot of the things that was going on, it was not really pertaining to me because I was on another lifestyle. Like, but mine was just straight business. There was always like money. If it ain't making money, I ain't trying to hear it. Like, you know. And then it got to the point when I was in state, we have like these tattoo expos. A bunch of everybody that was tattooing, we're all huddling up. Like all our meetings and everything. You hear us all talk about tattooing and everything and trying to make money.
You're talking about in prison?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was tattoo.
That's a prison tattoo expo. That just sounds crazy, bro.
Yeah, like...
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so like we're all talking about tattooing and just chilling, smoking our little joints and stuff.
Yeah. And are you still tattooing?
I haven't for a while. I'm rusty. I've done the last piece of work I've done was on my daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did you do your own or?
I done these right here.
Oh, okay. So you did some of your own on your legs and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know how you got.
You got to do that shit upside down. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it came out pretty good.
Yeah. That's fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Like,
so
and how do you? Okay, as a tattoo artist in prison, right? What are the things? Like, what do you need? What are the materials you need? Like right away. Like I need this.
A screw. From the fans, you know the coil. It's like some coil that you got that you break down, and what happens is that you put the screw, and then you put these washers, right? The washers so you won't it can hold the coil together, and then you put a little piece of tape in the screw, and you could get two razors and hit them like this. They become jagged edge, and then you could saw down your little screw like a saw, and they'll just break. And then you get the length that you want it. And then you put your little bolt. Then you start throwing your wraps, like 800 to 1,200 wraps. And then it becomes like a magnetic force. So, like, then you get a band from the factory or wherever you go to. Like, you know those things that the cardboards where they hold the black elastic that holds the cardboard?
Yeah.
Okay, you end up breaking a little piece of that. And, okay, so to answer your question is that you just need an old coil from the fan, a screw,
couple razors.
Yeah, a couple of razors, a pin, and you're ready to go.
And the ink that you're using is from a pin?
No. You burn baby oil or grease, hair grease.
You burn baby oil?
Yeah. So like, let's say this can right here. I would cut it in half, right? So now I got cut, and then the remainder of I would take a strip off, and I would make like a shoe horse coming out like that. So I could put a bread tie right here. And then I'll put toilet paper coming this way, coming up in the middle like a wick. And I'll put all my grease in there. Now I got a wick. It's like a candle. Mm-hmm. And I would put it inside a cabinet. And I would, my drawer, and I would just burn it for 4 hours. And then after I would scrape all the ashes, put it in a bag, and then clean up my mess. And then now I got powdered ink.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And you just learned that in there? You just, like, somebody taught you how to do that
shit? It's just like passed on
at the tattoo expo.
Yeah, the expo.
Learned it at the expo, you know.
Well, we started getting real good at it. Like we started using 3 needles, 4 needles. You know, we started getting creative.
He's like, that dude's loaded over there. You want to get over there? That dude's an expert.
And then, like, you know, you're walking around like, hey, look what I did, and then now you're showing off, and now your work's being out there, and now you're the talk of the town. You know. Yeah, I guess it's a little wild. It's pretty cool.
Good spread money, huh?
Oh yeah, I survived.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. But when you're a tattoo artist, I would assume not a lot of people want to be fucking with you, right? Because they want tattoos.
They want to be your friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. So you were more
business.
Yeah. So
out here at the riots though outside because I had my key. I had a key made so I could open my door when I wanted to. So I would alter my door to get them in and out with the plastic spoon. You know. So I always had access in and out of my room.
And so. A lot of the times when you're in that stench you were doing, you weren't fighting that too much. I mean, just like the one time that you were saying that you had that little.
No, when it happens, it happens. You gotta go.
Oh, okay.
You got like the guy that you're touching. You gotta go, and I gotta go.
Oh, okay. So you still were getting down.
Yeah.
In some of the things. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You know, sometimes a lot of times it's over bullshit.
Yeah.
It's over TV. It's over sports. It's over like right now. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't want to be like throwing specific names or whatever, but like you got Dallas probably fine with San Antonio over the Spurs games or something. Like, you know what I mean? In state, like, you know what I mean? Or you got something going on where it's just like, nah, I don't like that team. I mean, I've done started a lot of riots over that shit back then.
So how many riots would you say you partook in?
No, but a lot of times, okay, well, partook in. I went at it with the family members, and I went at it with my own friends. Me and a friend were like this, and our mentality was, I got my homeboys in the world. My homeboys are this people here, because we still had that little bit of street mentality. So everything I put in for is for my city, right? So a lot of times when they would go into politics, it was more like, man, fuck you too, you know. And we started a baby riot amongst ourselves.
Oh, okay. So just like a brawl.
Yeah, it was a big old. It was funny, you know. It was so funny. Marcelli's like, man, you felt that? You said, oh hell no, you got back on.
So just starting shit.
Yeah, it was just like, but it was fun.
But it's like it's like boot. I mean, it's like camp. You know, you're gonna be people. I mean, there's a lot of testosterone.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
nobody's
getting pussy.
Yeah, or some people are pussy.
Yeah.
that does, because the conception of that. I mean, the whole. I mean, because I've had a lot of people. You're always afraid to ask them, but like, who are the people that are probably going to be like the bitches? Like, what's that group of people?
Define bitches though.
Like the people that are going to get fucked and raped and all that kind of shit.
The willing.
Okay, no, because you hear about it all the time, right? Like in prison, oh, he got raped or something.
Yeah, that's the willing. Back in the 80s and 70s and whatever, that was more of a way of showing that I took your manhood, like your how do you say it, like
I fucking
a disgrace, like you're a disgrace because I just did this to you. That was like that's like before our time, right? You know what I mean? But like after that, it's like the willing.
So the people that are just either gay or
under the closet.
Yeah. So it's not you wouldn't see like straight dudes like getting, or would you ever?
Not after. Like when I was going in, nah, I was not. But anybody can say you whatever. Like, but you're talking about the older generations that was going on. Like, I'm 44, right? So, you know, before that, like when I was going in, they had just took canned foods off, because they used to have canned foods. They took those off. They were taking tobacco off. So that was during that era that was going on a lot, because it was more like making you feel like a bitch.
Yeah. No, because you know that's always the ongoing joke, right? You went to prison, oh, you got raped, and it's always a touchy subject, because most people are like, nah, I didn't get raped.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And it's funny. It's always like a funny thing. And I always wanted to ask, because I always felt too like I never saw in county jail like somebody fucking that dude got raped.
Hey, I fucked him.
I fucked that dude over there. Shit. Let me tie my butthole real quick. I know this guy. You know, he's kind of rapey over there. But no, yeah, and so you would say, but is there a lot of willing participants in prison, like openly willing, or are they more in the closet?
It's surprising. It's surprising. Yeah, you walk in, next thing you know, you got like 4 motherfuckers in the shower hall walking with the Estrella or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, and I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, you just got 2 years. Chill out, man.
Just jerk off. I mean, God.
For real.
I've lasted longer than this. Come on, bro.
I mean, all I did was...
It's all 2 days in. I can't do it no more, bro. I'm fucking this dude.
And it's not like the guards. The guards, you know, they see us. We're young. We're healthy. They're not getting the attention at home. You know, they like seeing us participate on ourselves, basically. So like. Are you talking about like female guards? Yeah, like
okay.
So like it's not like you have to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like Like, what's wrong with you?
And when you're like, I mean, a normal jerk off in prison, right?
Yeah.
You got magazines or you got?
Oh
something?
yeah, I had a stack. Yeah, I was a tattooist. Yeah, I had a stack. So
Man, I'd be fucking chafing after the first week, dude. I'd be like,
my whole room will be all. Yeah,
it's just a jerk room. It's like, oh my god, I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah, but
I can't imagine jerking off to a magazine anymore, bro. Like,
Nah.
But I guess when you're in there, it's a little different. No, because you think about it now, you know, when you're a kid, right? You could fucking watch a picture and be like, oh hell yeah. I remember like our crazy shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Like somebody would take a Polaroid and it would be like them in their panties. And you're like, oh damn, yeah. Nowadays they're fucking sending puss pics and videos, and I'm like, God, these kids are spoiled. They got all kinds of shit now. Fuck, and they can just watch porn anytime they want.
well, technology is a motherfucker.
Well, I had this band in here, and I was talking to them. I was like, bro, I'm from the time where we used to have to like download a video for 4 hours and hope nobody called. Because if somebody called, that video was gone, and then we get like a 30-second clip, and that was enough. You know, fuck yeah.
They try to keep that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, hey, save it somehow. Like, find a way to save
Put it on bookmark.
Put it on a floppy disk. Put it on that floppy disk. I had 20 in the cabinet. But no, but it's true. And no, but I was gonna ask, since you're from the neighborhood and you know like some of my friends, I was like, let me ask him, because I was gonna ask the other dude, but I didn't know him, and I was like, I don't want to like
offend them or whatever.
Yeah, because people get all sensitive about
you don't
that.
know where their mind's at. Yeah, I'm not saying nothing about.
No, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
And
I actually think I know that guy.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Really cool dude, and very nice. Very just a good human being. And one of the things I told him is like I said before, I'm not trying to promote that lifestyle. So when you talk about it in the way of like this is what happened, and we could joke about it, but also like don't do that. Don't go down that route.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to.
And that's what I would like to promote.
And that's really why I'm here, because
yeah, for sure.
I don't want anybody to go that route, man. I just want to show that, hey, if I could do it, you could do it.
Dan, so you're talking about people with 2 years and they're already fucking giving up pussy.
No, they're actually trying to get it. Like,
oh, okay, they're out there on the hunt.
I had buddies like, man, bro, what are you doing in Shaw with Estrella, man? What's up? You know?
Okay, well, explain what Estrella. I know Star.
It's just like a man. Like, okay, like you know, it's just a nickname for a homosexual. You know?
Oh, so y'all call them Estrellas?
No, you call them whatever you want, whatever they call themselves. You know, but I'm just saying, like in here to make it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I was like, is that the code?
No. I just so you could understand,
I'm gonna get me an Estrella in a little bit. Hey, well, just in case I get locked up.
Yeah. No, because I can't say, hey, Julio. You know.
No, but what would you call the gay crew in there? Like, did they have a particular name?
They're solo, and they click up on their own, but they more like. Okay. Look, you got then when I was there, like you got this one gay person, and the guy was doing parlays and being one of the bros and everything.
Oh yeah, he was
but
one of those.
with arch eyes and you know.
Oh, nice.
And then try to talk nice and sweet, and then
hot Cheetos and everything.
Be like, motherfucker.
Oh shit.
But you know, you respect them no matter what. They're still there. Yeah. You know, you don't sit there and be like, oh, get away from me. Like you're just doing time. You know, and.
So you would know, like, okay, this guy is known for being like gay, and he's hanging out with them. So
and this guy's active, and he likes in the butt, like
okay,
whatever,
so
whoever, everybody
put two and two together.
Yeah, like my neighbor was
that, and I just have a question because I've been always interested in that subject. And that situation, okay, she's over there laughing. And that situation, like. Are they like kind of excluded from like that kind of lifestyle now because they're out there doing like gay shit, or is that
from their families?
Oh, okay, so families only.
You gotta remember some of them.
And families, for people that don't know, are like the women, right?
No, families like their family members.
Okay, explain that.
Like you get men that get locked up. I guess they find their true self, and
no, I'm talking about family members. Explain what that means. What that is.
A family member, like your family member, your aunts, uncles, family, dads, wives.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean from like if your uncles in there?
Yeah, that person's family disowns them because they were actually married out here with family and everything. They go in there, find their true self, I guess, and now they're disowned.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because the other guy that was here, he was talking about family.
Yeah, that's
families
the gangs.
Yeah, like that's the MA or whatever that may be. So I wasn't sure. Like,
No, that I mean, I've gotten into it with them too. Like, you know what I mean? But
okay, so their family members would be like, oh,
yeah, they would disown them, and
because that shit would spread right away, right?
yeah. I mean,
assume.
think about it. You get locked up, and like now you like this, and you were married to me. Like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the kids start disowning. Like, and the reason why I know is because my neighbor used to alter my clothes because I used to do a lot of mewing.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why he was an altering clothes, bro. He got near the sectorial region.
I would make pockets in my clothes, extra pockets in my clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was bringing a lot of stuff in from high security.
I'm just thinking about Seinfeld. I don't know if you ever watched it where that Taylor guy, he always cups the nuts. Oh, and I'm like, of course it's a fucking Taylor. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I would go and I would give my neighbor a bag of chips and make me a few pockets on my clothes. And I would come and bring all kinds of stuff.
That's crazy. So, but I mean, I would assume it's very high, like, security when they're searching you and all that when you're coming out of, like, bringing in shit. Like, when you're coming out of, like, a visitation, right?
We study patterns. We study structure. We study everything. And once you start realizing, seeing in patterns and every day the same thing over and over and over again, and then you start noticing when and how and where you could do it.
I would just assume you have to, like, shove it up, like, the prison pocket, you know?
No, honestly, I was bringing quarter pounds and, like, nothing.
How the fuck you do that?
You just have somebody drop it off where you need to be dropped off, and you break it down. I can't say that, you know, like. Okay, so I'll tell you.
No, you don't have to.
I'm not trying to give up the tea, right? Like, but
no, you don't have to. You don't have to at all. I'm just curious because that's a lot of. You're talking about like a Reggie, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because that's a lot. That's like a.
Hey, I stayed happy. You know, hey, don't worry about it. It's cool, man. No, but they would bring it to me. They would put it in a certain area. I would come back, grab it, break it down, dig it up, stash it, leave it there. And when I saw the right time to do it, I would put it in my shoes and just walk out.
So you're talking about like a guard would be involved?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just confused. I was like, what do you mean?
Sometimes you could just get it straight from outside. Like sometimes drones, sometimes it just depends. It depends where you're at and how they're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume because, I mean, you've seen it so many times. I would assume a lot of guards are in on a lot of shady shit. I mean, because they're actually...
It's funny when you start seeing the shady motherfuckers become police.
Well, I mean, just to really think about it, imagine like that's your job, just in prison, where a bunch of people are fucking lying to you, trying to manipulate you, doing something, and you're getting paid like...
Way
nothing.
more than your paycheck. Yeah.
I don't think they're getting paid that much.
No, they're
like,
not.
What, 45, 50,000? I don't even know if it's that much or maybe more. And then you're in this kind of environment where it's just at any time shit can pop off and you might fucking lose your life or you might get beat up or hospitalized or even fucking, paralyzed and whatever, anything can happen. Yeah. And I would assume a lot of them, I mean, they make deals with people or do little things. I would just assume that.
Yeah, yeah. I would see a lot of phones, a lot of weed, and a lot of cigarettes. Like that's what I dealt with.
That's what that dude was telling me the last time. He was saying like a lot of people out there, they're like on their cell phones and they're like, yeah, we up in here, and he was like, it just makes me feel like it makes me feel sorry for them because they just look stupid, like they're glamorizing, like they're having a good time, and it's like it's prison. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I've seen a crowd of people in the corner smoking crack. Like I'm just telling you, like whatever you want, you're gonna get it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, drugs are a big thing in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
Like I was just like, damn, fool. Like, and don't get me wrong, being out here, making fast money, doing whatever, like you get a little dibs of everything. Like I'm not saying that anybody's perfect, but it's just weird when you're seeing it from the inside, looking at the corner and seeing them doing it. And it's like, oh shit.
I would think like out of all the drugs, I mean, this is just me thinking. Like I've thought this for a long time. Why upper like coke, crack, meth? that would be the worst place to do. Like if I was gonna do drugs in prison, it would just be strictly weed, or even at that, like if I was in there for life, I wouldn't give a shit. Maybe heroin, because at least it would just put me in some like
mellow stage,
comatose, like stage in life where I would just like maybe 2 years would pass by and I wouldn't even know. I'd be like, no fucking, I've just been in this cage,
Yeah.
Because it is dehumanizing and it's meant to be that way, and a lot of people do need that. You're taking somebody's life, you're taking somebody's like property, you're doing stuff that puts people in harm's way. Like, yeah, you deserve to be treated in a certain way, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like you did it yourself.
Yeah, and I never understood like, hey, let me do crack, 'cause I could just be, I can't sleep, and you're just in your cell. Like, it just seems fucking horrible to me. Yeah. That would be the worst drug to do. Like, I would do a drug that just has me in a total vegetative state. Yeah, like where I'm just like a fucking what is it, koala bear? Just high all the time on those fucking leaves and
I would smoke.
just laying there like a fucking swine.
I would smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and just drink. Every week we were popping a few gallons of alcohol.
But okay, so were you making alcohol or were you getting it?
Or we'll make it.
How do you? Okay, teach me how to make alcohol in prison.
So you need. We were real exotic with it,
we're very exotic.
Yeah, like we all had little money.
We had pina coladas. So we had margaritas where we were at. Yeah, fucking good fellas.
Hey, no, but you see, you got the original tomato paste, sugar, yeast, potatoes.
Okay, so
soups.
These are all like, because I don't want to interrupt. I just want to know, like, these are all things that you're getting in commissary,
or the kitchen.
Okay, so tomato paste. Okay, so teach me how I would make a fucking alcoholic beverage here.
How I would make mine.
Oh, okay, my bad. Fucking connoisseur over here. He's on with this fucking. Yeah. I did it with my pinky up. I was very fucking luxurious.
Yeah.
I'll bougie over here. My bad. Fucking.
So yay.
Prison.
It's a lifestyle.
Fucking prison. It's a lifestyle. I was one of the fancy ones in prison. So teach me, like, take me through the process. I'm curious now.
So I guess the last thing I remember was like 3 cans of orange juice per gallon, and you would add up some water. We'll put some pineapple juice. We'll put some sugar. Like I think it was 2 cups per gallon or something. I forgot. It's been a while. And then a little yeast pill, and then we'll throw like a potato and a soup, and then we'll put it out, let it burp. It blows up.
But where are you putting it out at? Like where it's not seen?
So when it's hot, we'll just put it behind the locker. I mean, the guards know. Everybody knows, right? So what we'll do is there's the locker room, right? And then there's your bed. And then behind it, you got a little spot where you put your hooch at. That's what it's called. And what it does, it blows up, and you got to burp it daily. You got to baby it.
That's ain't shit. It sounds like my kid.
Yeah. So we would have a straw coming out the window, and let it so it won't blow up while we're at work or whatever, and it would kind of like burp itself a little bit. And we used then so we'll come out. We like to do it when it was hot, because it's gonna go like that. It's gonna make itself fast, like in 2 days.
So it has to like ferment, right?
Yeah. So like, I've seen people use peppermints and all kinds of shit like to make alcohol, like ghetto ass, like wild. Like, what the fuck did you just put in there?
Goldschlager.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. The tomato paste. I actually think alcohol messed me up coming home from drinking in there, because the tomato paste. Because there's times when money is tight and you gotta get whatever you can get, and like now, like barbecue sauce. You'll never see me put barbecue sauce on my food. Like spaghetti, like certain sauces on spaghetti, like anything that has to do with tomato paste.
Oh, you just don't fuck with it.
It fucks me up.
Yeah, it's like that. I don't know if you ever. I'm sure you've seen him. That one TikToker, or I don't know what do you want to call him, Instagrammer, I guess, whatever the fuck. Where he just makes all these prison foods. He's all, "Hey, Bunky," you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "You're still eating that shit outside though?"
Yeah.
And he's all,
I think he's doing it for the views.
Yeah, but I'm like, bro, why are you eating that outside? Like that should stay in there, or just show how to make it and be like, "Yeah, fucking."
Yeah, I mean,
give it to somebody else. So you get all that, you burp it, and how long is this process?
What takes a week if it's a hot day, it'll take 2 or 3 days. If it's hot, like August, July to August, it'll take a couple of days.
And then
Like anywhere between 3 to 4 days. Like but if it's cold, it'll take about a week. Sometimes a little longer.
Okay. So and you just and it stays in that bottle the whole time.
No, we don't do bottles. We were doing.
No, I mean like that. Yeah. Okay. So it's in a bag.
Yeah. So we would act, like we would talk about, we're gonna sell it. We ain't selling shit. So we'd be like, yeah, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna sell it. And I was just like, I was just putting my share in, right? So we would make big old trash bags full of fucking alcohol and just start separating Gatorade bottles and enjoy. And so every week I was drinking.
God damn.
Yeah.
I know. I and the guard. I would assume they wouldn't even try to even stop that shit. They're just like whatever.
One time we were hanging out and this guy, he starts talking about this family that, hey, yeah, I ain't like that and this and that. We're like, whoa, like chill out, everybody's drunk, leave us alone.
Everybody's
yeah,
that sounds like a party.
Yeah.
In prison. Hey, bro, we're all drinking here. Chill out.
Well, I was tattooing, and my buddy comes to the window. He's like, "Hey, it's about to go down over here, so get your client out." So, like I said, I always had a key to my own door, so I get him out, get out. So these are people that I affiliate with. So I'm like, damn, I gotta get out too. So I walk up there and I'm like, what's going on? I was the only sober one there at the time. And this guy was talking a lot of shit. I ended up having to try to stop the situation. We made it to be a one-on-one. My buddies was like, we ain't hearing it. We're going to get it. And they went to go attempt to jump this guy. When they did that, the guy didn't know. He didn't have no choice but to pick something up. But you see, I'm going to let you fight, but once you pick something up, I'm going to get in. I'm not that I have to get in, but now you're breaking a big rule. So he tried to pick up an igloo, and he tried to throw it at us, and I happened to grab the igloo, and I pushed him back to it and just started hitting him. And next thing you know it, you see a trash can come there right behind me this way and catches him in the head. And that dude got hurt. And he ended up having to go to hospital.
By igloo, what do you mean?
Like in the summer, they put the igloos for water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. I know what an igloo is, but I was like, I don't know what.
Like, is it? Is that prison talk?
I don't know.
Is that pig Latin?
I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. So he.
He tried to pick it up and use it as a weapon, and that's when I got in. And I was like you broke a rule. Like, now it's sorry, guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. I interviewed this J6er. One of the girls. We're trans. Like from January 6th, whatever, and she was saying like in DC when she went to prison for the first time, she was like it smelled all like fucking weed throughout the whole prison. I was like, what the fuck? And that's like the last place you would think, like, but yeah, I guess it's just a free for all. I mean, as in drugs are just flowing in, and that's just wild because I sometimes I'll tell my wife about it because she's from Japan and she's like, man, you would never see that in Japan. Like, you would never see nothing like in that sort because they keep them on a leash, like you're doing. But the thing is, they don't fight because they don't even have the chance to. They're just like work, do this, sleep, and they're isolated. They're
ain't they like big on like eliminating the population type thing? So like
what do you mean?
Like the prison systems is based on like population mass to try to get a.
Well, no, they're just more like you're gonna work, you're gonna get up, you're gonna do all this. There's no TV, there's no games. Like you're in prison, like you're doing fucking time,
Yeah.
Kind of like I guess back then where they called it like doing hard time because you're actually doing work.
Yeah.
And nowadays you're just lounging around and I wonder like too a lot of times like should we implement that again? Like where you're actually doing something productive?
Yeah.
Like maybe you're fixing stuff, you're doing stuff. But then that's also a hazard because they could escape, and there's all kinds of things about that. But I mean, is a lot. I know they have programs where you're like actually getting your GED like you did and all that, which are good. But is it helpful for a lot of them just to sit around and fight all fucking day and
Yeah.
do drugs? Like,
Yeah,
it's not really.
since we
It's
touched,
not rehabilitating anybody.
no,
You know?
since we touched base on the fun things,
on the fucking recreational.
yeah, recreation, yeah. So let me explain some things also. Like, for the willing that wants, you can change your life. You know, like they got Alcohol Anonymous, they got Narcotics Anonymous, they got self-help groups, they got church, they got all kinds of good places that you can go and change your life. You know, it's just what helped me out was I want to get closer to home, so I had told my mom, hey, you know what, try to go get a hardship. Hardship is where they can't drive so far, so it gets you closer to the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so through a doctor note, and she did, and I was getting in trouble, and she said, "Well, you gotta wait till next year. Like I did my part, now you gotta do yours." So I started realizing that all I was doing was putting a show for everybody. I was getting caught tattooing, doing bad things, and at the end of the day, it was entertainment for everybody. And since I had this little ego and pride situation, it bothered me to allow you to be entertained by me.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you're doing everything, and you weren't really looking out for yourself, for sure.
Yeah, so
Because 10 years, you probably would have did what, like 5?
not aggravated. You're gonna do 85.
Oh, you're gonna do 85%?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like federal, you're gonna do 85.
I was gonna say because I know federal, you're gonna do
Yeah.
the portion. Of,
If you have a
of your time.
3G case, guess what? You can probably do 85.
Damn. Okay, so there was no.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, gotcha.
So like it started bothering me, you know. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm putting a show for these guys, and I'm glad we got to this point because it's not always about the fun. Like it's interesting, it is interesting, but at the same time, like you come to a realization that where you're like, hey, you know what? I am the problem, you know, and you start pushing to do better. So I stayed out of trouble for a year. Luckily, me and my buddy were real tight, and together, we're not gonna go nowhere. And they separated us, and that might have probably been the best thing that they did. And now he went to college, and I ended up going to my hardship, and it was hard. It was real hard because we were still living that lifestyle, you know, in there also. So I get closer to home. Now I'm at Briscoe. And Briscoe, they had just came out of a riot when I got there. And Get Blue is the people that I was associated with, like my buddies that were doing the tattoos and stuff. Like, not all of them, but so they really believed in the, like, satanic Bible and stuff, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so they had, like, you know, conversations and stuff like that. And, like, you ain't going to turn around and turn to the other cheek. You're going to hit them back. Like, you know what I mean? And hey, you know what? To each their own. I was neutral, so I was just like, I didn't really care about religion because I had put it to the side to live this life, and I stopped believing because I had so many questions, you know, of my own. Like I was lost into that world, you know. Like I didn't really know what was true, what to believe.
I've always been the same way, but once you like, I don't believe in religion. Let me worship Satan.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a fucking idiot then. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, you do believe in religion then. Because
It's a religion.
you can't believe in Satan without believing in God. That makes no fucking
It's like the
sense.
yin yang, yeah.
Yeah, like, no, I mean, there's no Satan without God.
Yeah.
Like that's, it's just not a thing, right? It's not, it's just nothing. And when people say, yeah, I don't believe in religion, I'm not religious, but I'm a Satanist, like, oh, fuck off. Because it just like, I mean, it tells you in the thing, the father of all lies, the manipulator, and that's what you want to go with. Like, at least if you go the other route, there's like some good and all that in there, like something that it's beneficial.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's nothing beneficial about that because you're just gonna get manipulated and fucked.
Yeah.
And that's my thing. But I could see somebody that just, I'm not religious at all. Like an atheist, I'm not with that crowd, but I could see it like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
At least that makes sense to me.
I was just lost. Like,
No, I'm not dogging on you. I'm
No.
just saying like I've heard that.
I had so many questions about everything. You
Oh,
know?
me too, man. I still do.
Yeah.
43 years old and I still have questions. I don't know what the fuck's up and down anymore, half the time. But I just try to, like, my belief is like, man, you do good and good things will happen. And
I ended up going to Bristol, and as soon as I got there, I was like, okay, I need to stock up and make money, right? And support myself. And I got my little tattoo thing going on and doing the little expos again, and like
that always gets me. I'm doing an expo. I'm doing a tour.
We're out there talking about dime magnets and all kinds. There's little magnets that's so strong that they actually are the best in the prison system. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they got certain magnets that you gotta use, and hey, do you got a 110 or a relay? Like, and then you start, oh, look at what I did.
Nice.
So everybody's coming out of everywhere showing their work. Like, oh yeah, he did this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was so much talent. So much talent. I know singers, rappers, tattooists, like solder, like people that are just making something out of nothing. Like, so much talent behind those walls,
Well, the one thing in prison that's crazy is because like you don't have stencils.
No.
Like out here, everybody has like a stencil. You do it, and then they go off of the stencil, and
Well,
we're just talent. With you, you're just.
We either draw it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta draw it and just go at it, right?
Or we get out of magazines. We use the magazines as stencils.
So how do you use magazines as a stencil?
So you go like lowrider magazines and different anything that like I send my buddies the Source magazines.
No, I mean, I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but how do you use it as a stencil?
So you got carbon paper, or you got blue paper, and then you just trace it out. So you got a perfect woman ready to be able to put display on your body.
Oh, so it's just like the way they use it here?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could get that like in commissary or what?
No, you get it from like the craft shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I went to Bristol, came out, did that. So this is where it gets a little enlightening for me, because I get sent to this therapeutic community, right? Because it's part of the system to get out. Then you go to a halfway house, and then you go home. Well, in this, I went to, what is it? East Texas. So I go to East Texas, and they tell me that there's this bulletin board. I will do a lot of art, because that's how I kill my time, drawing every month, doing stuff. And they would, like, people come into your door and like, oh shit, who did that? So I would start talking a lot about my situations that were happening at home, and talking about, like, with 100 people, just talking about my business. And I was just like trying to help people, right? And I get introduced to this class, and in this class, it's called Science of the Mind. And my buddy comes in one day, and I tell him, hey, where are you coming from? My old celly. And he tells me, I just came in from a class called Science of the Mind. Man, you know what? You'll like it. It's about your conscience. I'm like, really? So let me know about this. So now I'm at this time, remember we're talking about all the Bible stuff, right? At this time, I'm trying to get these modules about how the Egypt pyramids and everything were being made, and all these coincidences. And now I'm
fucking listening to that guy with the weird hair.
Yeah. So
what is it? What is it? Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
The Ancient Aliens guy. I love that guy.
So yeah, I love that show too. So I was actually reading upon things that I always had questions about. So the Bible, like, I was trying to decode and understand, like, what side is the government side and what side is the actual biblical side, and I was trying to figure out and, like, decode the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I get introduced to this class, and this class talks about how to get into your inner self and how to get the law of attraction and how to manifest anything you want through your thoughts, and your energy. So I'm going in there and I'm reading these books like Kabbalah. People say that's witchcraft, right? But like I was learning about Kabbalah. I was learning about Hindu, Lao. I was learning about every single thing you could probably think of in there. And I was just enlightened, just information coming in, absorbing like a sponge. And it got to the point where they're starting to talk about channeling. And a lot of people got scared and they took off. Like they didn't want to be part of that class no more. And you know what channeling is, right? So once it gets that deeper, a lot of people get afraid, right? So I took concepts and put them into my own life, and I ran with it, and that's a big factor on why and how and who I am now. Like as far as my mind, how I think, how I changed, and everything. And
how long have you been out of the system?
Since 2017.
Oh, so it's been what shit? Almost 9 years.
Yeah, and
I was like, "What year we?"
But you gotta understand.
Sometimes I freak out. I'm like, "We're in 2026. What the fuck? How old am I?"
And you know what? To be honest with you, like, well, everything that we covered, that's just half of it. Like,
I'm sure. I'm sure there's a lot more.
So I got enlightened by all this information. I started doing my own research, and I started enlightening myself and getting more in touch with myself. And I just, ran with it, and it taught me a lot. It taught me about different type of religions. Taught me about what I feel is right, and I ran with it, and I appreciate all the hard and the good, because now I could help my son. I could help. I mean, my daughter, I have two daughters, two sons. I give them what I can, what they want, what they allow me to give them. You know what I mean? And that's all I could do. But I love the fact that it changed me. It helped me. It really brought an insight. Now I'm over here loving my life and enjoying my life and being able to be happy. Not just it's more of an inner thing. Like I used to clown on the people that used to make fast money and sell them stuff. Like man, you're rich on your body. Yeah, you ain't got nothing to show. Like, you know what I mean? But now I might live paycheck to paycheck, but guess what? My inner body's so rich that it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta forgive yourself for one. A lot of people don't understand, like, to truly forgive yourself. I mean, there's a lot of times I don't practice what I preach. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where I'm doing exactly what I told people not to do, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I have to step back and what am I doing? But I heard somebody say the other day too, and I thought that was really good. He goes like, everybody keeps focusing on the past, but the past you're never gonna change. So what the most precious thing you could think about is tomorrow and the future. Because the future you can change anything. Like you go from like what we used to say, rags to riches, or
rags to riches,
all that shit. And like the future is the most precious thing, because a lot of times people only focus on, like with you and with myself too. I'll focus on the past, but I look at it as in that's what defined me, and that's what I'm trying to like avoid for other people. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people focus on the past only, and they just dwell on it, and then they become an ugly version of themselves, because that's all they're like constantly. I was abused. I was okay.
They play the victim role. Yeah,
but it's like, okay, you're abused, and that sucks. I was abused. A lot of people are abused. But if you only if that's your identity, like if that becomes your identity, that becomes who you are now.
Yeah.
Then you're always going to be like rotten in the inside, because you're not really healing and you're not forgiving yourself, because nobody wants to forgive themselves. And I like I said, I struggle with that myself. You could wake up tomorrow and say, I'm done. I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to really go at it. And you could change your whole lifestyle for you, your family, and everybody else around you. Because at the end of the day, like we always say, right? At the end of the day, nobody dies and says, I wish I spent more time at work. They're going to say, I spent more time with my family, with my kids. And the one thing that I like personally try to do is I want to give my kids the best growing up experience.
And my son wants to go the dumpster diving.
I know, yeah. And I'm like, if my son and daughter, if they start talking about their life sucked, I'm gonna be pissed. Dude. Fuck y'all, motherfuckers. Yeah. That's when the real me's gonna come out. All you motherfuckers, I give you everything.
This the way I see it too is okay, we're handed this deck of cards, and they're fucked up.
Yeah, some people.
You ain't got no royal flush, but you know what?
I didn't even have a pair. I was looking for just a fucking pair. A pair of twos.
You play it the best you can, and and I'm the same way. Where you're saying, find the solution. Every tunnel has a small light, and if you could just keep walking to that small light, that light becomes bigger, and your hand that was dealt becomes a little more sharper. You know, and if you have a good mindset and think in some type of perspective like that, then you're gonna win.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and that's one thing people just need to know. Like, there's always something. There's always a
right.
It never rains all the time.
Yeah,
like it's eventually gonna stop.
And there's always gonna be a rainbow afterwards.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the rainbow. Cause I know dick might come after that one. No, I know what you mean. But every time I hear the rainbow now, I'm like, there's fucking dick behind that rainbow.
No, but
there's a big dick behind that rainbow. No, but I'm just fucking around. I'm an idiot. But I'm a clown. But no, it's true. That is true. There's always, dude. Everybody has dark times, and I've even I've had my neighbors tell me, like, oh, nothing goes right, and I'm like, yeah, I've had many of those days, bro.
Yeah.
I've had those days all the time. Almost once a day, I have one of those times where I'm like, everything's going wrong. But the only thing is, write it out. You write out the storm.
But we
eventually get there.
We make that happen. Like with our minds, how strong it is, we allow ourselves to make that really happen in our lives. Like an example, let's just say I talk about bitches all day. Guess what? I'm gonna have bitch problems. Like you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah. No, guy. I was like, I'm not bitch problem.
Yeah, but if I talk about like a wife and this, that, whatever in a positive manner, then I'm gonna get more better results. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to learn from everybody.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's the one thing. And the wisest man always says he's the dumbest, and that's one thing a lot of people. That's why youth is so stupid, because they know everything. That's why we say all the time these young people are idiots, because they know everything. You can't teach a young person anything.
I know that.
I already know.
Yeah.
And the older I get, the more I realize I'm a fucking idiot. That's why I'm like.
And we're still learning.
Yeah, I'm fucking just trying to learn how to raise kids, because I got 2 kids. It's hard, man, and you never know what's gonna happen with that, and you're just trying your best, and it's I'm gonna give you every tool I can, and if I fuck up, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try to do. That's the whole goal, is everybody to do better than their parents, and I feel like a lot of people do. There's some people that don't, of course, because they're just scumbags, but for the most part, most people are trying to do better. At least, and it might not be the perfect. The perfect.
Yeah.
They might not be the utopian version that you think you're gonna do, but it's still better than your parents. So little by little, the culture and the generations will get better, and it'll solve itself. And that's one thing. Hopefully a lot of people do, and especially for you, all the shit you went through, and now your kids.
But check this out, though. Check this out. I gained custody of 2 of my sons. I fostered my oldest daughter because the system still wanted to have some dibs in it. And my youngest daughter chooses her path with her mom. But what I'm trying to say is this. No matter what I've been through, I've always been a good dad, and I have the paperwork to show that.
Yeah, that's great.
The people that are going through the same stuff, I want them to know that, don't get discouraged. You will win. You get what I'm saying? Because I won.
Yeah.
Why can't you?
Yeah, and that's the one thing. Is but I'm not you. Well, okay, bro. Do better. What the fuck you want from me?
Think different.
Yeah. And it is a mindset for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to change their mindset. Especially Hispanic culture. Everybody prides themselves on. Oh yeah, the whole my son will kick your ass. And
the prideful, egotistic.
It's so stupid. I see a lot of people, especially now, you see just ratchetness on military, and they're like, I love my city, and I'm like, I love my city too, but like your pride, you're having pride that some girl has her ass like with her fucking pussy hanging out almost on top of a car, with her kid in the fucking back seat. Like, is that our culture? Is that good for our people?
Right, yeah.
Like, if you're doing that and you're an adult, I get it. But you know, you're gonna be perceived in a certain way, and people are gonna look at you a certain way. And then when you have your kid in the fucking backseat, it's like, really, bitch?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
That's what you're doing?
I be like, no wonder my daddy ain't here. Shit, I don't blame him no more.
And you know what?
Damn.
I like to make a lot of posts on TikToks and stuff, right? So like, one time I was making a post, and I did see that it was a young lady doing that, and she kept on trying to get the attention, like come shoot me, right? You know what I mean? I'm over here shaking my head, and I'm like, dude, you're a little girl, man. Come on, stop that.
Oh, you're talking about yeah. Well, the young girls, I feel bad for, like, how can I say? I don't feel bad for them in that way, but I do feel bad because, you know, they're young. They don't know it's going to be on the internet forever, and they don't understand the actual like magnitude of what they're doing because you have a young mind. So I get that.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for them because, like, I always would tell my students, like, I would say, can you imagine in like 100, like 80 years or not even 80? Well, I don't even know where I'm going with that. Now I would say, like, imagine like 30 years.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, hey, is that you, mom? Is that you fucking twerking?
Hey, grandma, is
that you sucking a dick at a party?
Yeah.
Is that, like, you know, we used to see that in South Padre Island, but there was no cameras. And if somebody had a camera, he had a big ass fucking, like, you know,
I know.
He was like wheeling it around.
Big old cell phones and shit.
There wasn't even a cell phone because there were no cameras yet.
Nah, there wasn't.
Yeah, they had like a camcorder. Mm-hmm. But even at that, it didn't get around the way it would in today's world because you had to pay for it. It was like, oh, Girls Gone Wild, 1995. And you're like, I don't have a credit card. I'm too young.
Yeah.
And the guys that did, they probably don't even have them no more. But nowadays, it spreads like that. And it's just crazy. And I feel bad for them because I'm like, you're doing shit. And I know you're doing it because you're just drunk and you're trying to get attention. But like that shit's gonna live forever, man. And imagine your grandma, because I can't imagine me looking on the internet and like, is that my grandma fucking shaking her ass and like fucking grabbing a dude's cock and military drive? You know, like, God, that'd be terrible, dude. That'd be like, God damn, grandma, you get your own cup, bitch. Fucking hoe ass bitch. Like, get the fuck out of here. And when you say that, you know, girls are like, oh, come on, dude, just shut up. And I wouldn't even. Like, even my, like, I don't know, I just think it's weird now because you have so much, like, exposure with everything, with video and everything.
I just posted, like, 9 posts on TikTok about my life after prison. Like, you know what I mean? Just to try to help somebody. Like, it's a wonderful life, man. Enjoy it, you know?
Has it reached a lot of people?
I get a lot of views, but it doesn't matter about the views as long as it touches that one person, you know?
Yeah, and I hope you do, and I hope you continue to go on your path of, you know, fucking living the right way and doing good for your kids and your family, because that's all it's about. Because at the end of the day, man, who's gonna fucking be there? It's gonna be your kids.
Yeah.
Like you know who's gonna really mourn you when you die? Yeah, your friends will mourn you, your closest friends, and your family gonna mourn you forever. But like even at that, like your cousins, are they gonna mourn you forever?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be your kids and whoever you're with.
And you know
like
what?
Your kids are gonna keep your name alive, and that's who you need to do right by.
Exactly. No, you're right though. You're exactly right. You know, life is good and Friends is outrated. The title Friends is overrated. The people that are gonna be there is gonna be the kids.
I do still. Like myself, I do think friends are very important though. Like you have your core friends.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not everybody, not acquaintances like you meet once a month or once or twice a year. But friends are what makes you happy, man, because you need that escape. You need that little release from, like, I my kids are never going to see this version of me the way I am until later in life.
Yeah.
Because they're just not going to see it because I'm not going to show them. Like, I try not to even cuss in front of them. I try to I limit my cuss words and I'll be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Damn. Darn.
I know, freak. I just try to like really limit what I say, and then I'm like, they're gonna see me on the internet eventually.
Yeah.
I gotta see me. And I had one comedian come in. She goes, "I try not to say anything on the internet that won't embarrass my kids." And I'm like, I already embarrassed.
Yeah, I
the
already
fuck out
fucked up. I asked my daughter one time. I asked her, "Sweetie, I got a question to ask you. Like, when you see your dad, he got all these tattoos, right? Because you can't. I'm not that bad, but I got so much that you can't see, right? And I'm like, how do you feel? Like, you kind of get a little embarrassed, or you're a little like, oh wow, like, portrayed a different perspective of me or anything?" And she's like, "You're my dad."
Yeah, but San Antonio culture is so like heavily in the tattoo realm. They're like in a sphere. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, San Antonio culture is very tattoo culture.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think anybody, because me too.
There's no judgmental, yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day, because when I first got my first sleeve, man, I was young. I was really young. Like my first tattoo, I was 14. My sleeve I probably got done like before I was 21. And that was when it was still taboo.
Yeah, and everybody like, oh,
yeah,
shit, like, watch out with that guy.
I remember when my dad told me, he goes, "The people are gonna look at you a certain way."
Yeah.
And I was just like, at the time I was in the life, I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, whatever. It turned out, and I never got any gang stuff or anything stupid. It's aliens and dumb shit.
Yeah, like things that you like.
Guitars.
Yeah.
And then it turned out like, I was ahead of the curve, because everybody got sleeves now. I'm like, fuck it. I was doing good. I was a...
Yeah.
But no, because back in the day, my grandpa's age, if you had a tattoo, you were either a sailor or a prisoner. My dad, you were the same thing. Either you were like a sailor or a prisoner.
Yeah.
And then our generation was like, you started to see it. Because if you even look at rock stars in our generation.
Yeah.
Bro, they had like a tattoo here, one here. Like even
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit was a tattoo artist. He didn't have a sleeve.
Yeah.
He had like little, spots. Mm-hmm. And then you look at like 2000s. And everyone is fucking from the neck, face. And then you look at like 2015, that's when it got just out of control. And then San Antonio is a big part of like the tattoo culture here. Like I used to teach like this. Like fucking sleeves, two
and
sleeves.
And it's okay now. Everything's good, yeah.
As long as I didn't have like drugs or gang related shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's part of our culture. So I think nowadays it's not a big deal. Because for me, my kids are half Japanese. In Japan, it's very bad.
Yeah.
So I always freak out, like, what are they going to say? And then I have a big tattoo on my chest with a fucking bad finger, and it says, "Fuck the world."
Yeah.
Which...
At the time you meant it.
No, I was 14 when I got that bitch. And then I always thought I want to cover it. But then I always think, like, a tattoo... this is my thought process, right? I could be totally wrong, but it's just for me. But a tattoo should tell a story about your life, right? Like, it should tell what your mindset was at the time.
Yeah, that's how mine are.
So for me... I'm not going to erase it just because of the fact, like, when I was 14, that's how I felt. And that was my lifestyle. That was my mindset. Yeah. And even though I don't believe in it now, like, that's that life I was living. So I'm not going to erase because I'm going to just show, like, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because sometimes I'll look at my kids and if I take off my shirt, I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't want them to see it. Yeah. Because they're going to, like, what kind of
But
life?
they just look at you, hey, that's dad.
Yeah.
They don't even think about it.
Yeah. And I'm just going to leave it there because it's like, fuck, that's how I felt at the time. I wish I would have did it better. It's a hood tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, we all got those.
But I wish I would have did it better. But it's still it's what I felt at 14, and I'm gonna just grow with it, and that's who I am. And then like everything else is what I felt later in life. Like this is what I felt when I was 30.
It tells you your story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what a tattoo should do instead of like, I'm gonna get this because it looks cute. Okay, cool. And I get that because it does look cute.
Yeah.
Sometimes some girls you're like,
oh, for girls it's a different story though.
Yeah, it's like, God damn, that bitch looks cute.
I'm like, damn, it does look kind of cute.
Hey, that rib tattoo, I'm down with it. But with guys and they're just getting tattoos and they're just like, I just got it, and I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna judge you because that's not for me to do. But I will say, shit, a tattoo should mean something. Like you should be able to explain this is what this is. Even if it's a skull, right? Like I have skulls, and I'm like, because I was infatuated with death at that time when I was 18, 17 years old. I thought death was like the most interesting thing in the world. Not like like I said before, but I just thought it's the most like unknown, right, to man. Because what happens when you fucking die? Yeah, that's the ultimate like mystery that I would love to hear.
Don't follow the light.
Don't follow the light.
No, follow the light.
I'll follow the light, bro.
So check this out. As far as tattooing, like half of my body is the culture of what we our ancestors, right? So half of my body is based on my dad. My dad's from Mexico. My other half is from a mom. We're Chicano, right? And it's a mixture of both worlds. And my one leg is for my mom that passed away, and she's looking down on probably my kids. And the other side is like you, the death, the good, the yin yang, the good and the bad. And the back, you know, I've always had situations with women and stuff like that. So it's basically a lot of women and the lifestyle I lived, and you know, I have one with the knife, like basically stabbing you back and whatever, and the like. So I kind of like portioned everything based on my life.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Like a tattoo should tell a story.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? When you think about it.
Yeah, it should tell a story.
Yeah.
It should say, this is the lifestyle I was living at the time. Yeah. And it's like the things I was into. And even if you're not into them in 10 years, it's like, well, I was into it at that time.
Yeah, and this defines me, and you know?
Yeah, it's who I was at that time. And it should tell, it should be a continuation of your growth in adulthood and fucking the later years. Like,
I wish I could just take it off and go do it again.
Nah. See, that's one thing I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I want to keep it.
I got new ideas.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of things I wish I did better, but it's like, well, that was it. Like, it's like if you write something or you make a song, right? Like, it's like every band, right? If they made a song and they talk about it and they're like, oh, I could have made it better. Like, every time I wrote a paper, I could have made it better. Or if I did a lesson, I could have made it better. If I did a podcast, I think about it all the time. I'll rewatch them and I'm like, I should have said this. I should. And then you just beat yourself up.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Even when I would get in trouble with the laws. Starting to talk like when I was in high school. Yeah. With the laws, bro. No, when I got in trouble with the law, like there was always, if I just took a right turn at that street, you know, and you would go in jail thinking about that. If I just fucking straight up, if I just stopped at that stop sign. And we wouldn't have any of this situation I'm in.
It was a Tuesday. I never did nothing on Tuesday.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like, it to me, it's one of those things. Like, there's no point in saying those things because there's nothing you can do to change the past. Like, we're not in the butterfly effect. Good movie, by the way.
Yeah, it was good. It was.
Yeah, but we're not in that thing. And even if you are, we see what happens when you go back in the past and change something. It just fucks everything up. So to me, it's like, all right, well, fucking, it happened. We're here now, and let's go forward.
Well, our lives are already written. We're just making it happen, you know. And that had to happen for you to be you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out eventually.
I'll tell you one thing, like, that's good. You're doing your podcast the way you do it because you know what, you're different than the next person.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to just do whatever I fucking like that interests me. Like, that's my whole thing is like, okay, I'm interested in this, let's do it. I'm interested in that, and let's do it. Yeah. I'm here to have a good time. Like, if any drama, I'm fucking. I got
my own drama.
Yeah, I got enough of my own. I got a wife and 2 kids. What the fuck? I got enough problems.
I got the in-laws coming. What are you talking about?
I got enough problems in my life. I don't need no more. But my thing is always just have fun, man. Like, enjoy your life, have a good time, and fucking enjoy the ride. But yeah, man, we definitely got to get you back on another time, and we'll talk more about like your story for sure. But thank you for coming, Daniel Certa, and appreciate you. We'll have a couple of drinks before y'all leave, and then we'll just
wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up, and then we'll see what happens after that. All right, brother. Thank you for coming out. Have a good day.
All right, thank you.